I'm not even supposed to be here today. We watched Clerks for this week's episode of...
Well, we'll just tell your mother that we ate it all.
You guys want to hear a bit of 1984?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Reading aloud. From where Winston stood, it was just possible to read, picked out on its white face and elegant lettering, the 4 slogans of the party. War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength, pussy is everything.
I thought it was going to be like pussy, money, weed.
Yeah, I was trying to work something out with that, but that was more the last
Sex,
episode.
money, power.
Yeah, dog.
Suck more penis.
We've
done this.
We've done
we
this
have,
riff many
sniff
times.
my poo.
Do we? I was I liked Volcom quite a lot.
Yeah, I loved Volcom. Was my go-to brand for when I was a 12-year-old. Absolutely, that Volcom stone. I used to draw that on shit all the
You
time.
heard this thing about how like the Stussy S isn't actually like a real thing, like it's like a Berenstain Bears thing.
What do you mean it's not a real thing?
Like
it was never on Stussy.
Yeah, it was never the. But
Yeah, I
everyone
knew-
refers to it as the.
Yeah, I don't know why it's
Stussy
called the
S.
Stussy. In my head, it was always a. Right, I used to wear Stussy shit when I was 12 or whatever. It's not at all that. It's. I never thought it was.
I think people just drew it and
Yeah.
then wrote Tussie after it and made it a thing.
I've seen it been used as an example of one of the first like memes because the way it like sort of permeated and stuff. You know, Richard Dawkins invented the term meme.
Did he really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like an evolutionary like language idea sort of thing. It's like idea of like transference of information and ideas.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Richard Dawkins can suck me. That guy fucking sucks.
Yeah, well, we
He can suck your ass, apparently.
Yeah,
can suck
the
in your
funniest
ass.
thing you've ever done.
Thank you. We've already said about that on the
Yeah,
podcast.
Rose
We
just played us a video of a guy stabbing himself with a katana.
Which we referenced
Yeah.
in last week's episode.
It was we're doing the double. We're second episode of the double today. The katana thing was very good. I told Amy about the kimonos. She harshly was like, "Yeah, I fucking heard last time."
Yeah.
So that's where we're at.
But then she did recommend where to get
Oh yeah,
them
yeah,
from.
yeah. This was part of a conversation about getting kimonos. We're very excited about it in the casino.
Can you imagine, like, we get a
Can we
suite at
go
the
into the
casino?
main? Can we go into the main area of the casino with the kimonos? Rose, you're a part of this. Like you're wearing a kimono too. Don't act so
I think
I know.
disengaged.
I think you might. I might be wrong. We might have to check. But I think if you're dropping the fat bucks to like stay in the casino,
Yeah.
you can go downstairs with whatever you fucking want.
yeah.
I don't know, though, because I went there once pre-coming out or whatever in my kind of half man, half woman outfit. And the security guard seemed very like, what are you doing?
Yeah, but I don't think that would say like both a tuxedo to a tracksuit they're both equally appropriate in the casino, which is why I love it. It's
But
more
you're
they-
not dropping hundos on the roulette table.
We might be.
Oh, we might be. Do you gamble at all, Rose?
Did I or
No,
do
do
I?
you like
No,
when you come to the casino? Are you going to gamble?
probably not.
Oh, man.
We should get like a high limits thing like a high limits table where it's just us with katanas.
Yeah.
Just
I want to
fucking swinging
I want to
them
get to the
around.
end of a game of poker and be like, all right, I'm putting my katana in there.
Your bucks is like the opportunity to do like all the things you've never done that your worst impulses scream. Like
Yes.
katanas, bottle service.
Yes.
Things
Well,
that
we've already
people
said
would-
this, is you have to do all the things on your bucket list because you will die at the end of the night.
It's 2 nights.
It'll be yeah.
All right.
It'll be a big
You'd be
weekend.
lucky if you make the second night.
Sex workers, like all the things that people assume you already do.
Yeah. I was thinking about it. I think like I can just sleep with a sex worker any other time. Like it's not
Yeah. No, that was
maybe
like
on my bucks. I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, you do now. You just don't pay
Yeah,
for
but
it.
that's they're off. They're not on duty. No, it's good. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that. The Bucks should be fun. Hanging out in the kimonos in the lobby of the
the kimono
hotel.
should be like bright red, right?
Yeah. That's what we're going for. And I like the idea. For some reason, the image of Alex White wearing one is really making me laugh. He's so tall.
That's what I
Clearly, you
was
want
thinking.
one with like a big tiger on it or something.
yeah,
like that.
dragons, tigers, that kind of
So
shit.
like the elevator dinging, and then we play the Reservoir Dogs theme as we all just struts like slow mo out,
yeah, exactly.
waving our katanas around before security's like, "You guys have to go back upstairs and change," and we're like,
Also, to be fair, like if you're going to be on drugs in a casino, like you don't want to super draw, like you don't want to do anything to make them more
I'd
suspicious.
go so far as
that
to say you
attack-
don't really want to be on that many drugs in a casino. Like it's
Yeah. I think the second night will be
There
the big
are
one for drugs.
a lot of cameras in there.
But that's say is if you walk into the casino wearing a kimono, they like you are covered in cocaine
But it's like
right now.
I
surely.
haven't been to Star since it's like hectic remodeling.
I have.
with the shit. Oh no, it's got. I answered my own question. It's got marquee in there now because like it's not like
We're not going to Marquette.
Yeah. But I was just thinking like it's not like a Vegas casino where it's got like 3 nightclubs each and like because I used to go to the casino quite a lot when I was 18 and we just used to like they'd be like this one's the waterfall bar and it would just be
still-
the same with a waterfall
Yeah,
backdrop.
they still have all that shit. I think there is a smaller dance floor place inside, but I'd surprise Will if we even see it. I just want to hang out at the bars, and I reckon it'll be a lot of partying in the room and a lot of partying in the.
Yeah,
There's such a difference between you and I in like
Everything.
recent parties that we've planned. Where
Yeah.
like I just turned one, had my traniversary as a white male guest who attended. Said I should have called it. Let's
Taunton.
not. Let's
Oh,
not.
right.
Let's. It wasn't Taunton.
Wasn't it Taunton?
No, it was. Let's not say his name, but it was the big boss man of Dirty Thunder Radio.
Oh, right.
But and then he got very upset as I walked around telling everyone this funny joke that he came up with. He's like, "No, don't do that." But all I did was, "Hey, I'm gonna look all pretty. Come to the pub."
Yeah. No, I like a bit of pomp.
No,
and
Hastings has to be
circumstance.
like there are going to be fucking swords.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna
Whatever we could get, like hire a Bengal tiger for the night.
Fuck yes, like that's
Like, what can we
You're
do that-
essentially, you're just trying to like redo The Hangover. Actually,
No, because what I want to actually happen is we do a bit of gambling, we hang out in the room. Like that's going to be the night. Like it's going to be excellent, but it's not, you know.
We should get full ninja suits.
Fuck yeah, brother.
Like, imagine.
whatever you suggest, he is going to be.
Yeah,
so
I
on
know,
board
which is
for.
why it's fun to suggest the most outland. Like, we should go as Kingdom Hearts characters, and you're like, all right,
Call
fucking
me
stick
Jack.
up my hair.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude. Give me that big.
Yeah, I'm
Keyblade.
slowly I've started with kimonos and then mentioned ninja suits. My goal over the course of the next 10 months is to circle it all the way around as to like, let's make it a Final Fantasy cosplay night. And then I can finally achieve what I've been waiting for 32 years, which is to dress up like Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, sick, excellent.
I've never cosplayed as a Final Fantasy person. I think it'd be good.
Have you ever cosplayed?
He cosplays as Kevin Smith daily. So.
Yeah, those jorts are looking great.
Yeah,
nearly
baby.
nearly ankle length.
Oh, baby.
Um,
Yeah, you absolutely do have that vibe about you.
Sweet
yeah,
hockey
what?
jersey.
A stoner poet. Yeah, I can't help it that I'm funny, dog.
Yeah, sick.
I can't help it that I'm a voice of a generation.
I would.
I mean, like, I guess like cosplay, I'd say like, yeah, I've done like Halloween costume parties, but I've never been to a
no,
thing.
that's different to cosplaying. If
yeah.
you like, it's only cosplaying if it's like a very good one. I think there's a level of quality implied with cosplay.
Yeah, I don't have the fucking effort to be
No.
like.
Who does?
I could go as like, I'd go as like Angel from Buffy,
That would be very funny to see you dressed up.
just
as
in
Angel
like a
from
long
Buffy.
trench coat thing, and people would just be like, "Which one are you, Harris or Klebold?" And I'd be like, "Angel, I'm Angel."
You and I should do a Harrison Klebold cosplay.
Yeah, all right.
But then they'd be like, "Who is this? Jay and Silent Bob?" Like,
Yeah. All right, new thing for your bucks. We get guns.
fuck yeah,
Some semi-autos,
yeah,
some
dog.
fully autos.
man. Let's write a manifesto.
I reckon, man, imagine us like jumping around in ninja suits at the casino, just like
Trying to find the low number. Trying to find
just
like,
like
the
perched on a low blackjack table, being like,
yeah.
"Is this $5?"
$5. This is the $5 limit one, right? We want the lowest possible limit.
And then they're just like, "No, this is $100." You throw a smoke bomb. They just see me waddling away.
Man, I can't wait. I'm so psyched for my bucks. It's not for like 10 months. It's so far away.
I've got a morph suit. We could wear that.
Yeah, we can do that. We can go. Let's all dress as Venom.
Yeah, Venom themed party would
I
be
knew
cool.
it was going to come to this.
Yeah. Rose, you can dress as Gwenum.
Lady Venom.
Yeah, it's Gwenum.
Gwenum.
Yeah. Did you end up seeing Into the Spider-Verse, by the way? I know me and
No.
Jamie did because we went together. But
No.
it's excellent. You
It
should
was a
absolutely
true
try it.
delight.
It's so good. I would say it's as good as The Dark Knight.
Yeah, I mean, very different kind of movies. Very,
Very different
I would
kind of
say
movies.
it's the best Spider-Man film.
Easily the best.
Maybe
Spider-Man
apart from Spider-Man 2.
film. I would say it's a bit better than Spider-Man 2.
I finished the
But
Spider-Man.
Both make good movies.
I
so.
finished the Spider-Man game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, everyone says it's great. I'm so annoyed that it's exclusive, at least at this stage.
And the annoying thing about it is that, like, gameplay-wise, it is pretty varied because just when you think, like, oh, I'm kind of, like, bored of, like, the combat and stuff, you do stuff with, like, Mary Jane and Miles Morales.
Yeah.
And, like, you'd think, like, oh, gameplay variation is a big thing. I want that to make it, like, more enjoyable, make it different, make it good. But every time it forces you to play as Mary Jane, you're just like, why can't it be Spider-Man?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem with this culture is the patriarchy, which you are, refusing to play as a woman in a video game. What is this, Gamergate cast?
I said I was
Andy
playing
thinks that
as
the
her.
world is making him play Mary Jane.
Yeah. The patriarchy is my anxiety forcing me to...
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good. I'm doing well.
I can't wait to... like,
Objectively, no.
I can't wait for people to like link this episode back to like a double murder at the casino of like two people swinging around katanas. Why? His head shouldn't have been there. Like,
I can't wait. It's going to be so good. You know Miles Morales?
yes.
And you know how Knuckles is miles per hour?
No, Tails.
Tails, sorry.
Tails is miles per
I meant to
hour.
say, you're right.
Knuckles is just Knuckles the Echidna.
Yeah. So Tails is... So what about some sort of scenario where Tails is dressing up as Spider-Man and Sonic and Spider-Man? This is a fan fiction I'm writing, obviously.
Yeah.
Is they team up somehow, so it's like some sort of team up
Yeah.
of like Sonic, Spider-Man, but Spider-Man as Tails. And then what's that outside? The Winchester brothers?
And who's flying in the Death Egg? Is that M Shadow from Avenged Sevenfold?
It's Sinister Gates that
What
she
does-
likes, not
what-
M Shadow.
Yeah, M Shadow's the only name I remember.
Sinister Gates is the one she likes.
M
yeah.
Shadow's the main singer from Avenged Sevenfold, right?
I think, Sinister Gates is the...
What do
backup.
Avenged Sevenfold sound like?
They're like metal. They're like shitty metal.
Very, very bad.
I'd
It's
assume
like
very
fairly
bad.
generic, average
What's
metal.
their most famous song?
I wouldn't even know. I've listened to it, but
If I listed a couple,
yeah.
I was having a long. Oh god, the Foo Fighters are in my history. I was having a long conversation about the Foo Fighters yesterday.
I would
for
say
some
that the
reason.
Foo Fighters are a gateway drug to Avenged
bad
Sevenfold.
music.
I would
No,
say-
I don't think that.
I reckon if you...
It's a gateway drug to just like shitty radio rock. They're like
Yeah, yeah.
they're like the kings of shitty
so
radio rock.
I agree. So
That's not going to send you down
my-
the like bad like theatrical metal route.
my argument is that if you're into shitty radio rock, you go,
How
step,
do I fucking step
if
up
you go,
the
how do I
game?
step this up? There's a few steps in between. You end up at Avenged Sevenfold. I reckon like Slipknot is on that path. Do you know what I mean? You
I
go,
don't know about
okay,
that.
I've listened to enough Nickelback. I'm into the Foo Fighters now. Okay, from Foo Fighters, I'm going Limp Bizkit. From Limp Bizkit, I'm going Slipknot. From Slipknot, I'm going Avenged
He's
Sevenfold.
playing the top Spotify song.
This is Shepherd. No, this is "Hail to the King" by Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah, I don't think you get here from Foo Fighters.
I reckon you do.
I mean, do these guys like scream? Like, is that
In
the
like a
thing?
shitty metal way.
See, like I could get into that.
I think it's pretty boring. I think also this is maybe particularly bad pod content.
Oh, who gives a
Yeah.
fuck? We just don't.
No one's listening. Who
Yeah.
cares?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, then there's the Winchesters. You see where I'm going with this riff.
So who are the other people in Avenged?
I don't know.
Sevenfold?
I only know M Shadows.
They've
and-
got to all have ridiculous because you
I
can't
know-
be
I
like
think one
Surely
of
they
them's
do.
yeah,
dead.
because you can't
Yeah.
be M Shadow, Sinister Gates, and then
They
like
do all-
Jeff Green.
They do all have
Yeah.
cartoon names.
British comedian Jeff Green.
Yeah, Daniel.
Just move Posh Spice out the way,
and then
we'll crack on with
and
the
then
show.
Daniel. Yeah, and then Daniel Kitson on drums.
Hang on, Daniel Kitson's very, 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 very good.
Yeah, I know, but it's just that you said British comedian.
I'm looking up the names.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they all have dumb things. I think one of them's
I
dead.
assume one
think
of them
like
is like Cyanide Kiss or something.
yeah. There's okay. So
Let's I could make an Avenged
Yeah.
Sevenfold, right?
Yeah.
So there's
like the Avenged Sevenfold name
So
generator.
there's Cyanide Kiss. There's
it's like
there's
I'm
real
looking at
close.
the list now.
there's
Real
Black
close.
Mamba. There's Deathwing.
What was the first name you said again? Say that again.
Cyanide Kiss.
That's pretty good.
Is it real close?
It's not like close, but like you've got the
It's
tone.
fair.
How many? There's 5.
There is currently 5 members, but one of them has a regular name because he replaced the drummer who died in 2009.
So
who
Jason.
does have so there's 5 funny names, but one is
Right.
for a dead person.
What's the normal one?
Brooks Wackerman.
That's
Brooks
still a
Wack-
pretty wild name.
Well, Brooks Wackerman is the guy to play drums when Blink came down last time. He's the Bad Religion drummer.
Really?
Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
he
I'm on his
replaced
list. Yes,
he
he
replaced
is.
Travis Barker for Blink's last tour,
Huh.
Yes.
which is just before I think Blink broke up again.
All right. Do you want the names?
No, because I've only done 3 out of the
Alright.
5 guesses.
No, but we already have 2.
Okay. Oh, so I've done
So we
all
have-
5. So we've got Sinister Gates, M Shadow, Deathwing, Black Mamba, and Cyanide Kiss.
All right. Here's the actual list.
Okay, what do we got?
M Shadows, Sinister Gates, Zacky Vengeance,
Oh, I remember that one. I remember that one.
What the fuck's the first? Zacky Vengeance.
Zacky.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
like
Zacky sounds a little
Yeah,
10-year-old, but
I
if I
love,
just
like-
put vengeance
That's
on
like
the end.
Adelaide comedian and friend of ours, Ben Darso,
Yeah.
as a 30-year-old bald man being like, yeah, I'm rebranding to Benny Darso. But then
yeah,
like
yeah,
this
yeah,
time
yeah.
going around like, I'm not Benny Darso anymore, I'm Benny Death Blow.
yeah, dog. Zacky Vengeance.
That's so bad.
Zacky Vengeance.
Who's the dead guy?
Yeah.
The Rev.
That's cool.
And now you are just only going to be going on stage as the Rev.
Yeah.
I'm certain of
I'm
it.
going to call you the Sinister Gates of comedy tonight.
He's so
Yeah,
gross.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen photos of him. And the last member, Johnny Christ.
Oh, so it's like JC, but like it's Johnny.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Kind of like, I would assume in some sort of
if
like
if I'm
Antichrist
in,
way.
if I'm in Avenged Sevenfold, which I am officially auditioning for with this episode,
Yeah.
and and say I'm Sinister Gates, right?
Yeah.
And fucking, what does Johnny Christ play?
Johnny Christ. Let's have a look. Band members. Johnny Christ plays bass.
And what does Sinister play?
He's the lead
What
guitar.
does Mr.
Apparently
Gates
he's a very
play?
talented guitarist, but he's the lead
So
guitarist.
I'm Sinister Gates, and my bass is. I'm like, what's your fucking cool name? We've been sitting in our bunk beds for an hour watching death metal and
Yeah.
Metalocalypse.
Yeah.
and,
It sounds very like British metal of the 80s.
Yeah.
I'm
But
going to
if-
be called Johnny Christ.
Yeah.
But if like the guy's like, oh well, I'm going to be Johnny Christ, and then the other guy hears it and goes, sounds great, Zacky Vengeance. I'd be like, you guys aren't putting any effort into my project.
I want to know what their Calvin Broadus is. Like,
Yeah.
what are their real
What are their
names?
real
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I
assume
know-
Johnny Christ is going to be like
Surely
Johnny.
they've got articles.
Yeah.
Man, those are fierce nails.
Sinister
girl.
Gates.
They're pretty good. I plan to
Yeah.
feature them in our episode selfies.
Does it hurt when you wipe your butt?
It's been a challenge, but
Ah.
I've figured a way out.
They look great.
Thank you.
Sinister Gates is Brian Hanna Jr.
Okay.
Brian. M Shadows is Matthew Sanders.
Oh, well, that makes sense. He's M Shadow.
Boring.
All right, let me find the Rev.
Johnny Christ is just going to be like John Christmas or
Yeah, I
something.
wouldn't. Yeah, it's got to be
Oh,
like
okay.
John Christian Man.
I have more information on the Rev.
Well, that's actually one of the members of Real Big
Is the-
Fish.
is the
Little
Rev-
Johnny Christmas.
Is the Rev dead?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But I do have more information on the name though. His name is James Sullivan, or his name was James Sullivan, R.I.P. Stage name the Rev, shortened version of
the Reverend.
shortened version of the Reverend Tholomew, like Bartholomew, but
Yeah.
Tholomew.
Okay.
The Reverend Tholomew Plague.
Oh, that's the worst one. That's the worst.
No, Zacky Vengeance is like
What's Zacky Vengeance?
Zacky Vengeance
I'm looking
must
it up.
be Zach.
Oh yeah, Zachary something.
It'd be so funny if his name was like Lucifer.
I'm Lucifer God.
This is a little too
Yeah.
evil.
I'm Lucifer God Killer.
Zacky Vengeance. Let's go. Where's his real fucking name?
Type in real name.
Yeah. Hold on, I haven't got a lot of hands here. Zacky.
Come up with more Avenged Sevenfold names. I'm Blood Judaism. And-
Zachary Baker.
yeah, so
Right,
Zacky
yeah.
Vengeance. I'd totally accuse them of not taking Avenged seriously. Why?
But now my new
So Avenged Sevenfold.
Avenged Sevenfold name generator thing is like cutesy name and then dark
yeah,
surname.
yeah,
So it'd be like like Chauncey.
yeah. Pussycat Vengeance Pussy.
yeah.
Johnny Christ is Jonathan Seward, and take a look at this photo, boys.
Johnny Christ looks sick.
Oh man.
You want to give a quick description of that, James?
Andrew Hastings in 5 years.
yeah. So he's got a backwards baseball cap. He's got a cross on his shirt. Johnny
oh yeah,
Christ.
I think Avenged Sevenfold are like a little Christian.
Yeah.
I think I've heard that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm not gonna put any research into it. but-
Wait, hold on. He was. You haven't listed one of these guys. So Johnny Christ is the 4th bassist to join Avenged Sevenfold.
Oh, I wasn't looking at past.
replacing former member Justin Sane.
Justin Sane is in Anti-Flag.
Oh, well, yeah, it must be the same.
They could be the
person.
same guy. Although
No,
he's
but
like a super left wing, and
Yeah.
I think Avenged Sevenfold are not. Like,
So that would have just been a copy.
yeah, but also they all stole it off Just Incredible, so it's all
Man, we haven't mentioned the movie once yet. I'm keen to just do a whole hour on Avenged Sevenfold now.
yeah, without ever listening to a song.
Yeah,
None of
yeah.
us could literally.
Well, I mean, we listened to Ride the Gates of Hell, cunt, or whatever that song is.
Ride the Wings of Pestilence is from First to Last. Song.
Yeah.
Um,
I like the idea, yeah, of like Poochie Cunt Crusher. Or like,
let's do the movie.
okay, welcome to Will Just Tell Your Mother We Ate It All, a podcast about M. Shadow. So the fan fiction is about Sinister Gates.
So the fan fiction.
This happens every episode.
Yeah.
We're like, let's start it, and then just immediately get sidetracked.
Well, I'm
again.
not done.
So the fan fiction is about. She writes a lot of different types of fan fiction. Her main thing is what if Sinister Gates was, and I think it's a female musician who teams up with him. I think like it's a pair as well.
Like Hayley.
But
I
what
thought
if-
it was a fully homoerotic adventure.
No. That's the more common kind, which is the twin cest subgenre,
Yowie.
which I was already familiar with.
I was already a huge fan and writer of.
It's what if Sinister Gates was a hunter from Supernatural.
If you could write homoerotic fan fiction about any pop culture thing in the world, what would it be?
I'm glad you asked. It would be if My Chemical Romance were gay professional wrestlers.
That's surprising. Not surprising. Because
Or
I reckon if you
If
gave
pro
me,
wrestlers were in a gay emo band with Gerard Way.
yeah, I reckon if you gave me 1 minute, I could have got to that.
But I was like expecting like Bradley Whitford like blowing Martin Sheen on like
damn, I didn't think of
it
that.
was like this is my oval orifice, and then Gerard Way comes through the window and it's just like looks like something gay's going on. Rips his clothes off. Mind if I get in here? She laughed in my fucking face.
They don't call me Gerard Gay for nothing. And then he sucked Martin Sheen, President
What's
Bartlett's
he called?
dick.
Yeah, President Bartlett.
President Josiah Bartlett.
And what's Bradley Whitford's guy?
M. Shadows.
And what?
Josh Lyman.
Yeah. So Josh Layman, like he just fucking waxes it.
There's a very famous episode of The West Wing where Josh finds out that he has a fan site dedicated to him of women who want to fuck him, and it's lemonlyman.com, which is a real West Wing fan website still, I believe.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
because
cool.
they have to buy
Yeah.
the rights to it if
Yeah.
they put it on TV. It was
I like
that whole
how-
Conan Horny
I like
Manatee
how
thing.
I like how 30 Rock also like shoehorns in a bunch of references
Yeah.
to the website Lemon Party.
Yeah.
I used to love changing people's default
To
website
Lemon
to
Party.
Lemon Party.
It was
Man,
always
it
that
says-
or Meat Spin.
Nothing funnier than old gay men.
Yeah. No, but it's also funny because of the song where it's like, if you want to be happy for the rest of your-" and it's just like a picture.
You don't need to explain to people why Lemon Party's funny. I get why Lemon Party's funny.
What
Did
about
you ever,
you,
did
Rose?
you ever
if
get
you
goat
could-
seed?
Yeah, I got goat seed
Yeah, I
and
got
blue
goat
waffled.
Yeah.
I didn't get that.
Don't look it up.
It's real bad.
Well, I've seen like the Big Mouth thing.
I reckon if you looked up blue waffle, you'd want to keep your dick.
Yeah, maybe. But blue
Oh, no.
waffles like
Oh no, I'm not
Blue-
looking it up then.
blue waffles like since been proven to be like an art of fakery.
It's
right?
completely fake.
Yeah.
It's not a real thing at all.
Yeah.
What about you? If
I
you
think it
could
was
make
spread by the
homoerotic
Christian writer
fan
favorite.
fiction, who would it be about?
Oh, good question.
And you can
Has
be,
to be
like-
dudes for the record.
What if it was just like
Yeah.
what if it was just like the Simpsons writers' room of season 4 all fucking.
So Conan and Bill Oakley are 69.
That'd be pretty
yeah,
good.
it's the room for like the Simpsons season 5 commentary, but it all just starts to get a little hot and heavy.
Yeah, so Matt Groening's like pointing
And
at
then,
the thing, and he's like,
I don't
"Yeah,
get it."
I'm pretty stiff, dog." And Dave Merkin's like, "Let me
I
give
was
you a
about to
hand with
say.
that."
I was about to say. Al Jean shows Mike Reese his David Merkin.
Fuck yeah.
I'd probably do. Oh, it's
Yeah.
got to be something from Buffy for me. To be
Yeah.
homoerotic.
Angel and Spike fucking.
No, I'd probably cross into the entire Whedonverse. I'd do Firefly's Captain Malcolm Reynolds fucking Angel. Angel and Spike's been done, man. Like, they even make jokes about Angel and Spike, like, having, like, a homoerotic, like, one-upmanship thing. I bet you there's way a lot of fan fiction about Angel and
If I
Spike.
were earnestly to do a West Wing one, it would be Leo, who is the chief of staff, and the president's origin story, because they're old friends, but it doesn't get explored that much in the show. I reckon maybe they were lovers.
I used to write Friends fan fiction when I was 17.
Did
Yeah.
you really?
Mm-hmm.
Was it good?
Can we read that on the podcast?
I wish,
I've
man.
actually been like, I was feeling
Yeah.
a little down after I ingested some substances that was not prescribed to me. So started to rewatch Friends to kind of like get a bit of familiarity thing I've been loving it.
Well, I'm like, mine is fan fiction, but it's like
Is it like Joey walked into the room, Chandler, I have something to tell you.
Chandler's-
I'm a vampire slayer.
yeah. Chandler turned around with a rock hard penis, and he's like, "Call me Angel."
Could I be more erect?
Could I be more horny to suck your dick? And Joey's like,
Two big
How
pieces
you-
of information. One, I'm gay for you. Two, I kill vampires.
it's just got a shoehorn Ross saying we're on a break.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out
Yeah,
how to get that in.
I was trying to figure it out, but then in my head I was like, "You are not good enough of a comic to do
Yeah,
this." So
I was
gave
trying
up.
to get that or hi in.
Yeah, high would be good. No, I like.
My sandwich between two guys.
That's good. That's
Joey
good.
is the moist maker.
The chick and the duck watch on.
The chick turns to the duck. It's like, want to join
Are
in?
you horny?
The duck quacks fuckily.
Hell yeah.
No, I wrote Friends fan fiction, dog. But like,
Was it fan fiction or just like an
spec-
it was
attempted
like spec
script?
scripts,
Yeah.
but like I upload. We might be able to find out. I uploaded it to like fanfiction.net, which was like the biggest fanfiction site. But it would be like,
We're doing more Finding Drago shit.
yeah, it'd be like 15 years old. It was about. It's like. Man, it's a plot that eventually King of Queens stole that would in no way work in today's climate. It's a very
You wrote an incredibly homophobic.
oh yeah, no. It's about like I read an article about like do you remember TiVo?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like TiVo would
Do you
kind
remember
of-
the 90s?
yeah. Do you remember video stores?
Do you remember Rugrats?
TiVo would like a proto Netflix would like based on your watching habits start recording things without asking you because it had like a big hard drive.
Yeah.
So like there was this thing.
I got a big hard drive here.
I've seen like early 2000s stand up.
Yeah. So there was this thing like that went around in the news of like TiVo thinking people were gay based on their watching habits. So it would like do increasingly homoerotic programs. So mine was about
Queer as folk.
Yeah. So
I used to
mine,
love Queer as Folk. The American one, not the British one.
the British one's the progenitor though, right?
Yeah, it's only one season though, and there's like 7 seasons. Like the American one.
I
it's-
thought the American one was.
I like the
The American one's the
Isn't
bigger
there
one.
an Arrested Development joke where they
Kind
call
of The
it
Office.
an Arrested Development joke where they call it queer as fuck and it gets beat down?
I think so, yeah. I think so. It was a really fun show. I really liked it. I was always so jealous of how
But yeah,
fun those
queer
gay
as
bars
fuck
were.
was in my script, but it wasn't
Right.
about. It wasn't like it was about. I think it was Joey. How Joey's toxic masculinity reacts to being thought of as a gay man.
So you just
Right, but
wrote
the running joke was that
several
people always-
existing episodes of Friends.
Yeah, well, then it turned out like 2 years after I wrote that, there was a King of Queens episode where Patton Oswalt's character thinks he's gay because TiVo is telling him that he's gay.
Right.
Ah.
So
The running joke in Friends though was always
So
that
they were
Chandler,
obvious-
like people thought Chandler was gay.
yeah, maybe it was
Yeah.
Chandler, but I
There's
was
also-
writing
there's-
it. I was writing it in season 6, I think. So it was like Chandler and Monica were already together. I'm pretty sure.
There's also one where like Joey wears women's underwear and worries that makes him gay. There's one where Joey and Ross nap together and that makes him
yeah,
gay. Like,
there's
Joey
also
gets
the one
a little
where
gay panic
there's,
as well.
there's
like-
always the
There was one I watched the other day that had like a little kind of transphobia, where like
believe
Joey
that.
clearly slept with a trans woman, and the
Oh.
joke is like you slept with a trans woman.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
you don't
remember
know.
that. When was
It's
that?
it's real early on.
There's one where Joey mistakenly Chandler.
He just
Chandler
he
with
just
the
alludes
Chandler-
to like a girl that he met who had an Adam's apple.
yeah.
right.
There's one where Chandler does like the stop
tapes?
smoking tapes and he
Yeah.
becomes very effeminate. That's quite a funny episode though.
Yeah.
The nap partner one I actually still genuinely like. Just
It's-
because like two guys napping.
It's
dog.
quite cute. Like it's
I've napped with a man before.
Yeah. Look, I think the entire podcast and all these movies is kind of predicated on the idea is you can take the good and the bad. Like, you know, just because something's bad doesn't mean
I also
write
wrote
it
a
off
Buffy
entirely.
spec script.
I believe that.
I tried
Yeah.
to write a Seinfeld one once. Didn't work.
Yeah.
It was no young Jerry.
All right, let's talk about this fucking movie.
yeah. Welcome to the stupid podcast. We're talking about
You're Jamie, I'm Rose, you're Andy.
correct.
That's our names.
We're talking about Clerks, an independent black comedy film. Written,
Black and white.
Yes. Directed and co-produced by Kevin Smith, starring Brian O'Halloran and Jeff Anderson. It presents a day in the lives of titular store clerks Dante Hicks and Randall Graves, along with their acquaintances. Clerks is the first of Smith's View Askew-niverse films and introduces several recurring characters, notably Jay and Silent Bob. Who here's seen this movie before?
All of us.
Yeah, I've seen this movie before. I've seen it a ton of times. I was like,
I saw this because I years and years ago on the Comedy Channel they
Clerks
played
cartoon.
the animated series.
yeah, it's
I
right
thought
there.
you just said Clerks cartoon.
Oh right, I thought you said Clerks How To, and I was like, I don't know what that is. I'm
Clerks
just going to
cartoon,
ignore it.
Got the whole series. Still holds up. It's very funny.
I loved it. I watched the movie Outbreak because of that show.
Man, the Clerks cartoon, the episode where
I think it's actually quite funny. Like the second episode,
Man.
that's like a clip show for the first episode.
and the fourth episode where they do the Korean animation at the end.
yeah.
And it's got bears driving. Have you watched it, Andy?
The cartoon? No,
Yeah.
never. Just I've only seen the original film. Haven't
Yeah,
seen the sequel.
it's genuinely quite funny.
Yeah, bears driving. That's it's very funny.
Yeah.
And like there are a lot of unnecessary shots of Patrick Ewing. And like for some reason Charles Barkley is like a main character.
Is it
Yeah,
Michael
yeah.
Slade, the cartoon?
No, like one episode has black and white out, but like it's Clerks, but it's like very absurdist. So
Why?
like
Why is the film Clerks black and white?
to save money.
Yeah, budget.
Oh,
because,
so it's
because the
actually was cheaper to do
Yeah.
it black and white back then.
yeah, and because the reason the shutter is down
They shot
is
it
they
at
shot
night.
it at night because they shot it like Kevin Smith actually worked in that shop.
Yeah, right.
So
okay.
he was like sleeping like an hour a night because they were shooting all night, and then he would work in it during the day.
Yeah, right. What a hero of the people.
Yeah, well he
Working class
basically got like a bunch of credit cards, maxed them out, and that's how he like bought all the film crew.
This was shot for less than 30 grand.
Yeah, I know.
Because you could see like in the credits, like the boom operator, the credit is whoever grabbed the pole, which is like, you know,
Like some of the editing is genuinely terrible.
and the
Like
acting
it-
is mostly terrible.
The acting's
Yeah.
quite bad, I felt. I don't want to give you the wrong idea. I like this movie, and I liked it when I first saw it more, and I very much recognize its influence and originality, and very impressed with the budget. But man, it kind of sucks. Like, it kind of is a shitty movie.
I
right?
disagree.
I find the characters real boring. It's like,
it is somewhat surprising that it became a massive cult hit.
yeah. I think it's a victim of.
But that's because it was first to do all the things
yeah,
that
it's a
we
victim
take
of
for
its own
granted,
influence,
man.
absolutely. But man, watching it now, I'm just like, man, who gives a shit?
Also,
Like,
I was watching it today being like, because I've always like, you know, I think most people watch it being like Randall's the cool guy and Dante's the put upon one.
yeah,
And I was watching it today being like, oh, fuck, I'm the Dante to Hastings Randall.
Yeah, definitely.
Where he's like, can I borrow your car? And I'm like,
yes, you are the Dante to my Randall. That is
Yeah.
quite transparent.
which sucks. But like,
yeah,
I guess Randall, like in Clerks 2, they really are like, Randall's a fucking loser. Like,
yes.
which is like when he's 22, it's cool to do that shit. When it's 22, it's cool for you to do that shit.
What are you trying to say to me, Jamie?
You're 28.
I turn 30 next year. Kill me.
With pleasure.
I like honestly don't think its influence can be overstated.
No,
Like,
not at all. It's.
I think like if you've watched stand up in the last 25 years and people being like picky about pop culture stuff, that's almost entirely inspired by like that first Return of the Jedi
Yeah.
Death Star contractor
yeah,
thing.
the over intellectualizing.
Well, even like Star
Pop culture
Wars
is a
stuff,
bit-
because like I was reading interviews with Kevin Smith when like I first saw it, because I became very quickly obsessed when I was about
With the
18.
Viewer's universe.
Well, because I, like you, Rose, saw the Clerks cartoon. I was like, this fucking rules. I managed to find like Mallrats and Chasing Amy, but Clerks was hard to find because it's rated R here because of the language. And I saw it, became like a real obsessive fanboy. Who'd have thought I could do that for anything, really?
Yeah.
Not based on any of the Buffy Final Fantasy action figures
I'm
in my
staring
house.
at AJ and Silent Bob pair of Funko
Yeah, yeah,
Pops
yeah.
right now. No irony.
Not even looking at the 6 Buffy script books I have done in order of episode over there, but
Yeah, there's a lot of Buffy toys.
and an action figure of Buffy's mum.
Who's that?
Oh my
That rules.
God.
That's actually sick. Who's
It
the-
came in a set with Buffy and Buffy's sister.
Is this supposed to be Spike?
That's the Spike puppet.
Right.
which isn't-
Who's this pink-haired anime chick down here? I know it's not Buffy, but what's
Oh, that's Lightning from Final Fantasy 13.
right. Okay, sure.
Yeah, you'd like her.
All right. I'm looking at her now. I think I would too.
I can show you some. I can show you some saucy bit. No, I can.
I can tell you exactly what to Google.
I could point you. Yeah, I could point you where to go.
All right. We've
But-
covered hentai enough on this podcast.
Yeah. So like, when that Star Wars thing happened, they were surprised that it took off in the way that it did, because the Clerks predates the re-release of the Star Wars movies by about 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, because I went and saw them with my dad when he still lived at home.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah, I me and my stepdad went and saw all the re-releases.
So in
together.
1994, to like bring up Star Wars, a movie that's 20 years old and available, that was like meant to be kind of like lame until like a bunch of Kevin Smith types were like, oh shit, you can talk about that and make it funny.
What's the time gap between Clerks being released and Return of the Jedi being released? What year did Clerks come out? I know
It's
it's
probably
1994.
It's probably about 14. Or
no
14 years
24
or
would be because 90.
when did
like 14 years.
Return of the Jedi was like
80s.
about
I think
80
it
or
was
something, wasn't it?
9. I think Jedi was 83.
Really?
Fuck, that's not long at all.
Yeah, because the original Star Wars was in 1977.
So that'd be
Oh,
like
yeah,
us
yeah.
if we were sitting around talking about Avatar right now.
yeah.
Which we should, because oh baby, I got so much to say.
Man, if we brought like a fucking... If you did a bit about Avatar now, it would probably be viewed in the same way. Like, you know, like...
Cute nostalgia, whatever.
Yeah.
But it would still come across as very hacky.
It would come across as hacky now.
Not if it was a good
but back
bit.
then, it wouldn't have. Like, it's like if you...
I have no bits
Say if-
prepared.
yeah.
for Avatar.
I'm gonna walk up to host comedy-ish and be like, unobtainium?
Yeah. Say if like you're a comedian.
Is that actually what it's called?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the thing that they
Fucking
got.
sucks.
And it's like an... but it's like...
Sucks so
I think
bad.
it's like an
Yeah.
actual element, unobtaining.
No!
Yeah.
What's the
No, don't try to fucking look at the look on your face, fucking gaslighting.
Anyway, it would be like, say, like if you were a mediocre comedian and did like a 10-minute bit
If
on like
I was a mediocre
shitty-
comedian?
on like a shitty martial arts movie called The Crow, where the punchline was just to say The Crow 75 times.
Yes.
That bit sounds excellent to me. I don't see what's wrong with the idea of doing that bit.
I remember you doing
At
that
all.
I remember thinking for so long when you used to do that bit, I was like, man, that bit is bad. And then I saw you do it at Tudor once, and it slayed.
It was a good bit. Like
It slayed.
I was the
like-
most vocal.
And that was my Big
objective
Brother
to that.
moment where I
Yeah.
was like, I
Yeah.
loved Andrew
it took
Hastings.
it took me a while to like work out how to make that bit work, but in festival shows it would slay. It was
I
like
think-
the high point of the show.
I think past...
Those are hard bits to do. Like
Yeah.
it took me forever to work out Gardening Australia, but once
the
it
classic.
clicked, once it clicked.
Yeah,
I think-
By the way, yesterday saw IRL Costa, the host of Gardening Australia. I've almost never
Did you
been so
mention the bit?
starstruck. No, because he was already getting harangued by a bunch of other people.
You should have
that
showed him
huge
the...
celebrity. Costa.
Yeah, but you should have shown him...
What? Fucking on a park that's next to Sydney Uni campus? Yeah, he's a
You
huge
sh-
celebrity.
You
there.
should have showed him the Tenile clip.
Yeah.
I really would have loved to.
Yeah.
Alex White, previous guest, still refers to The Crow as that bit where Hastings says The Crow 75 times.
That's what that bit is.
Yeah.
I can't even dare to
says it
speak
with
it.
a-
I just shudder.
He says it with a lot more disdain in his voice than I just did then.
The Crow was the original butt baby.
Yeah, there's very similar internal logic in those two jokes.
Yeah, it's a proto butt baby.
It genuinely was the proto butt baby. Whatever, man. I like a gimmicky bit. What can I say? I don't give a shit. I don't really do them that much anymore.
The alternate ending.
Yeah.
I haven't
It's
seen it. I
interesting.
didn't watch it.
So what happens?
I didn't realize that was required.
because
reading.
No, it's just interesting.
it works off that kind of. They must have done it because of the thing where he says that Empire Strikes Back is better because it ends on a downer. Because
That is exactly what...
that's what happens. Is like, ended when Randall throws him the sign and says like go home or whatever.
Yeah.
Hastings,
after
are
that,
you checking out my wife?
No, I'm looking at the books.
All right. Because I could just see
The books are what I call
Amy
her
walk
hair.
behind me. Andrew,
No, I
Rose
was
is
seeing
trying to
what was
describe something. Hastings all of a sudden is like,
I was like looking at what books they were.
yeah, Doug.
No, I genuinely was not.
Yeah, sure.
If I was, I'd admit it.
hang on.
Yeah.
Have we just revealed that Hastings is a perv?
It took 42 episodes. Yeah, go on.
But after that happens, a guy walks in and
Something about it being your wife makes it so much funnier.
I thought you were
much more
I
horrible.
thought you were about to
Then
say
you were
something about it being your wife makes it so much naughtier.
and so much more enticing to do.
Can I use your bathroom?
I genuinely wasn't. Anyway, go on.
So a guy walks in and Dante is now back behind the counter just reading something.
and
And
the store's closed.
yeah, the store's closed and he looks up and says, "Oh, we're closed now, and the guy just shoots him.
Oh, I have
and
seen that.
and kills him.
Yeah.
And
I saw that like 10 years ago.
then like
the credits.
robs the thing, and then Kevin Smith just walks in as a different character, doesn't see anyone behind the counter, and just steals a pack of darts and then leaves.
Yeah,
And then the
right.
credits are just like cash register sounds.
Yeah, right.
Really
So it's like
eerie.
really depressing.
I mean, I think they totally made the right choice with how they ended it.
Also,
Yeah.
sequel-wise.
Yeah, but not
Well,
even
'cause,
sequel-wise. Like, I think
Because
they-
apparently the whole universe probably wouldn't have happened if he killed
They're
him.
also saying that when they killed him, it tested extremely poorly because
Yeah.
they were like, oh, he's had like enough shit on him. Or, like, it is kind of a small victory when he tosses the thing and it's like, we're closed.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
like it wasn't
As
supposed to
any-
be there that day.
Yeah,
He's gone.
as
He gets to
any
go.
retail worker, sometimes just getting
It's so-
through a 12-hour
It's
shift
so satisfying.
feels like a victory.
Man,
Yeah.
I remember
But
doing
Kevin
like
Smith said that like he wrote that because he's like, I don't know how to end the movie.
Yeah.
9 hours in the fucking heat at Macca's. The second you clock off, it feels like you've done a whole week's worth of work.
Yeah.
in
Oh
one
fuck
go.
yeah! The wash shift
And you
at
get
Pizza
that, like,
Hut.
just fucking,
Woo.
oh god, when you're out, it feels
Any
so good.
Christmas shift at Big W. Ooh.
Yeah, brutal shit, right?
Oh yeah, I did Christmas Eve in the Dan
Actually, no.
Murphy's online call center. That was
Christmas
brutal.
Christmas kind of ruled a Big W because they were like, because a lot of like the older women who would like to work during the day, you could kind of work the graveyard 4 till 12 shift, and
Yeah.
you'd get in and they'd be like run off their feet being like, thank God you're here, you're replacing me in an hour, and there's that hour overlap.
Yeah.
And then like you
But
have
then it gets quiet.
you work until about 7:30, and then there's a big gap. It gets busy again for 5 minutes at 10,
Yeah.
and then you just have everything done, and you just sail out at like 12, light
Yeah.
up a
Ride
cigarette.
trolleys around the
Yeah,
shop.
yeah,
Yeah,
Play
yeah.
96 Quite Bitter Beings by CKY. Just jam into
I had to
things.
work in a drive-through bottle shop that was attached to a pub for a while, and because it was only shut 2 days a year, it was like Good Friday and Christmas Day.
Good
People
ass
would come
Friday.
in the day before, and it was like the apocalypse was coming. Like
Yeah.
people just ransacked the store, like that episode of The Simpsons.
yeah,
Where
yeah,
like
yeah.
the hurricane's coming.
Yeah.
All we had left was creamed eels and corn nog, watered beef, and like they'd make you work like a fucking 12-hour shift. I've never been so happy to go home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brutal shit. Australia Day was the worst at Macca's because it was Manly Beach.
What
so-
day?
Australia Day, Invasion Day.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mm.
Sorry. Never seceded.
Um,
man,
What do you guys think of the very first appearance of Snoochie Boochies, Jay and Silent Bob?
I love them. They're the highlight of the movie for me.
You are kind of like a combination of Randall and Jay.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Jay a lot.
I am probably also the Silent Bob to your Jay.
Yeah, physically too.
Yeah, oh, definitely. That's what I was mainly getting at.
Yeah. Yeah, again, you look like Kevin Smith. What can
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I can say this.
Like a sexy Kevin Smith's probably thinner than me now, though.
yeah,
Have
that's
you
a,
seen him?
That must
Like
be a
since he
bummer
had
for
his
you.
heart attack?
But maybe it's.
I mean, he's probably thinner than you pot-bellied fuck.
but you
Like,
can't. But you sort of can't tell because he wears the still wears the
He wears
jorts
those
and the
gigantic
giant
hockey
jerseys. But it could also be in comparison to how huge he got.
Yeah, I'm sure he's like not actually thinner than me or Hastings,
Yeah.
who are the very same physically.
So
Can we talk about that Kevin Smith tweet?
yeah, but though it's been covered
can't
extensively
do-
on another
Yeah,
Australian
because
podcast.
it's Hey Fam's thing.
Oh, really?
You're talking
Yeah,
about
that's kind of their whole thing.
Yeah, they've
Oh,
done like
no.
an entire episode about it.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah,
I
and they've
Googled
done
it.
like an entire live episode about it
Yeah, it's
too.
a big thing. Let's read
I
it
think
out.
it- but I think it-
Let's just read it out. If any listeners haven't heard of it,
I
Right,
think it was
it'd be
funny
very
that
funny.
I wrote that Kevin and then Smith tweet was one of the suggested things.
yeah.
He wrote 10 years in and we bone like we're cheating on each other with
each
each
other.
other. A decade plus and her clit/brown/taint area still
Yep.
pones my dick.
Yeah. So
and then there was a reply to that 5 years later where he said that he lost a bet to his wife, which is just absolutely a
That's
backtrack.
absolutely
That's
a lie.
not true.
I don't
at all.
know. I think it's pretty romantic.
we brought up on this podcast the idea of secular readings for the wedding.
Now I knew we'd get to someplace good.
Yeah. I think that's definitely an option. That's definitely up there. Do you want to hear a gross story? It has nothing to do with the movie.
Yeah,
So I was
why not?
I might go down the street and get a coffee or something.
within the last couple of weeks, a woman requested a video of me jacking off.
And then you sent it to Tom.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard this story.
No.
We did a whole episode on this story.
So I
Was this post Tom Moore
yes.
when after the day everything changed?
It was.
How much did you sweat while you were doing this? Just
How long did it take you to send this video?
you had to like,
My new rule.
You had to do 2 hours of meditation just so that your hand wouldn't shake.
My new rule is that I only send stuff from within the Messenger app from now on. That's the rule I've made for myself.
But still, you must have sweat a little bit.
Oh god, yeah, absolutely hard.
See, there's nothing less sexy than her being like, "Yeah, duh, send me that video of you coming," and then afterwards you're like, "I sent it to you, right?
It was- if you must know, it was the night of Rose's 1 year birthday. It was
right.
Right, and which you turned up really late to because you were fucked
from the night before.
from the night before.
Yeah,
Who are you sending it to?
doesn't matter.
Presumably the same girl the Tom Moore video was intended for.
Maybe?
Nope, different girl.
Right, there you go.
Anyway, so she.
Stop it.
For listener to context, Amy just walked past again.
And Hastings' eyes doth moved.
Did not.
I don't do this to Yvette every time she's here.
So that all happened. It was great. Sent her a video.
What was in the video?
It was me jacking off.
Were you coming or just jacking it?
Just jacking.
Yes, see. How'd you dig pretty hard?
Well, I had a couple friends help me out.
So you... wait, hold on.
I was on a lot of MDMA.
Yeah, no, but we've got to Charlie Rose this out, interview style. So she was like, I want to engage in some sexting with you.
Yeah.
And you were like...
I might have started. I can't remember. One of us started it.
But you were like, for this, not for actual fucking, I'm going to need my little blue friends.
No, I wouldn't need the little blue friend to masturbate at all.
Because you're impotent.
Because I was on a lot of MDMA, which
Yes.
makes me impotent permanently. No, anyway.
It makes you more impotent.
There's only going to be so many years left where you can keep using the excuse that you were doing MDMA for why you can't get a hard dick anymore.
I know.
So you're really going for it now.
So anyway, that's all great. We have a very fun time. It's a fun little exchange of messages, videos, whatever. Excellent.
So
time.
did you send more than one?
Probably.
Did you sweat every time?
Almost certainly,
I was
surely.
pretty high. I don't really remember that well. Anyway, so
You can message Tom Moore right now and be like, hey, you should message Hastings. Be like, you sent me some pretty weird videos tonight.
I'm just going to message Tom Moore and be like, watch out. Like, it might happen again.
Hastings is horny
Oh,
again.
can we post the photo of
I thought you were
Hastings
gonna
with
say-
Tom Moore?
yeah.
We should definitely post that in the
I thought you were
feed.
about to say, can we convince Hastings to post the video? Which absolutely we can.
No, we should post that photo. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is fun.
It is good.
You look like you've had to suck up so much pride.
Yeah.
And also, Tom Moore has his phone in his hand in the photo.
Also, Tom Moore is doing Powerbomb this Friday with Andrew Hastings.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
Well, it would've
they've
just
already done a
happened.
gig together. But he was saying that he has like become a celebrity now. He turns
Yeah.
up to gigs and was like, but he's now reduced to like, you're the guy that Hastings sent the jerk off video
That's
to.
so bad for him.
Yeah,
but
right.
also good.
Yeah.
Hey, it's...
Any press, good press, right, Hastings?
yeah, I guess.
I gotta check my phone on charge quickly. You finish this gross story.
Yeah. So anyway, it's all fine. I saw this girl again, like in person later, and she goes, what have you been up to? And I go, not much, just been watching Seinfeld again a lot lately. And she goes, oh, it's funny you mentioned that. In the video you sent me of you jerking off the other day, apparently in the background of me masturbating, she could just hear bam, 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 bam,
And then just, I'd have to be an orgy guy.
That rules. Do you think there's anything less sexy you could play in the background?
Oh, yeah.
while
Like,
you're-
aside from that, which is obviously the best, what's the next funniest TV theme that
yeah,
could
'cause
be in the
I don't
background?
think Friends would be that good.
I think
Seinfeld's
I think Friends would be quite funny. Cheers would be good.
Cheers would be great.
The idea of me on MDMA masturbating and watching Cheers is pretty funny. Because that's the idea. There's also been an image.
Oh no!
I'm in my house watching
I would like-
Seinfeld.
I've got one.
Scrubs.
I've
no
got-
Superman.
I got
He's
another
in
one.
there jerking off.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Wanna be your superhero? Entourage. theme,
Entourage.
dog.
Oh right, I hate that show. So I don't know.
That was funny. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That'd be As You Came, just fucking Vinny Chase, Turtle E, and Drama exiting that weird doored car.
Yeah. So yeah, there's absolutely a video out there somewhere of me jerking off with Seinfeld music in the background.
So it seems like there's a video of you jerking off to Jerry Seinfeld.
yes.
Right.
It appears that way.
it might appear that way.
If I look, you can't say beyond reasonable doubt that is definitely what I'm doing.
You need to get like a chastity belt for your phone.
Yeah, I think so. I've actually thought about it, like starting a rule that I just can't open my phone if I've been drinking or something.
Yeah, that would do you good.
But if someone was like, I need to.
But how are you going to send you up? You want to fuck?
That's why I haven't installed
But
some sort of...
Tinder still doesn't let you send photos, does it?
No.
Yeah, because
I would never send a photo without consent.
No, I know, but like I'm just saying, like you can move.
I don't know, but you sent one video without consent.
Accidentally.
But you can move your you up stuff to the Tinder platform.
Yeah. Look, there's a lot of things I should be doing differently. with my life.
That does not work though. You end up on Tinder nightmares if you send in like a 2 a.m.
I've done it once and it was the worst thing that's ever.
Do you think you've been on Tinder Nightmares?
Oh, you mean like the show?
No, just like
the
on those
Facebook
like
thing
blogs
where they,
and
Oh, is
stuff.
that what it is?
where they
I
post
assumed from
screenshots.
context it was a show. No, I'm pretty good on Tinder. I'm pretty respectful about this sort of stuff.
It's like, want to split this shit, dog? And it's just like your dick in a hot dog bun.
I would never go more than, do you want to get a beer? That's the most I'll ever...
I literally.
What
don't
if
even-
someone on there is like, I like to fuck?
I've had that. And in that case, I say, let's get a beer and see how it goes. Because I don't want them to assume I'm definitely going to fuck them.
I find it very hard.
I've gone on Tinder dates where I've been like, I'm not feeling this, I'm bailing.
I find it very hard to know how to start, and I couldn't even. This isn't me trying to get out of it to avoid embarrassment. I couldn't even tell you what I said to this person the other day, but I like wrote something and it was fucking so bad, and I just wrote like, I immediately regret that intro, and then like 2 minutes later she deleted the conversation.
Yeah, I've had that.
yeah.
If I can't think, if I can think of something like not so much funny, but like something like genuine common stuff from based on their profile, I'll say that like, oh, I love that band, or oh, cool, I really like whatever. Then I'll do that. If not, my go-to opening line on Tinder is just, I don't have a good opening line. How are you?
That sucks.
It's
You're just trying to do the Nick Sun. I don't have an opener, so can you please just like me?
You should do
I might
it
actually
works
try
pretty
that.
well.
you
like,
should do Zacky Vengeance or Sinister Gates. Who you got?
who you prefer.
Yeah,
Who
I
wins
bet you,
in the
like-
celebrity death match?
because you seem like to have like a subset of like weird Tinder that like when I had it, I never encountered any of the people that you encounter.
Yeah.
Like your special swamp Tinder, where it's like got other creatures of the night.
Yeah. Well,
I
you know,
am-
we can smell each other out.
Often
Yeah.
when I'm on there, I come across women, I'm just
Game
like,
record.
absolutely not, but for Hastings.
Sando's a friend, and he texts me the link.
You can do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
You can
Oh, wow.
There's
link.
a share profile video. You can do it through text, and you. It's
That seems.
Oh.
I've like.
That seems a bit off.
I'm pretty sure I've like banged girls off recommendations.
I assume that you would have already swiped past all of these people already, though.
I assume to swipe
Your
left
finger's
for
probably
you.
moving way faster than mine.
I assume to swipe left for you takes quite like a monumental effort.
No, if it's more, I'll swipe left if it's
Like
just-
I've watched Cochin swipe left on a whole thing.
Yeah, no.
If it's like some blonde beach babe.
Yeah, I'm more likely to swipe left on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just what's the point? What's the
Like
most-
every now and then I see someone who is objectively very attractive and I'm like, there is no way we could talk about anything, so what's the point?
Yeah,
I always did it because I was just curious to see if they'd do it to me.
I've gotten laid off at a recommendation a vet sent me once.
Nice.
Like when she was one time just checking out some girls on Tinder, and she was like, "Yeah, you'd probably fuck her," and just made that shit happen.
How though?
And that was the moment where you
I-
went, I'm going to marry this girl.
So it texts you a link. You hit the link. It comes. That profile comes up in your Tinder app, and then you like right.
But what if
left,
like
super
they've
low.
already or you've already seen them?
Same rules as if they came up organically in my feed. If they have already come up in my feed, then they just come up again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can link. You can get the link for your own Tinder and send it to people if you want.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, they've made it more of a social media.
Could that be more of a desperate move? To send someone into like, swipe right, yo.
I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah, I thought you might.
That's a strong ass move.
We should.
That's a clear EOI.
I really want to write fucking Avenged Sevenfold fan fiction now.
Yeah, me too, dude. Say some shit about Clerks. Isn't it your favorite movie or some shit?
It's not my favorite movie, but I like it a lot. Like, I mean, we've talked about it quite a bit. Like, we like Jay and Silent Bob. Jay and Silent Bob are quite good in that movie.
James Silent Bob Strikes Back. I really didn't enjoy.
I really loved it the first time I saw it, and now
That's like probo as shit, right?
I think in today's climate, it doesn't hold up because of the amount of gay jokes in it.
Well, that was most of the stuff that didn't hold up in this was like Jay is like super homophobic.
Yeah, but
language.
they really toned down Jay and like Mallrats chasing Amy and Dogma after that. Like he was really just like a scumbag until they were kind of I think hit on the idea that they're like they could be breakout characters because like Jay doesn't go around calling people faggots and like the other movies. Like in Jay and Silent Bob, like it's a lot of gay panics, like I ain't gay stuff, but there's also a lot of like me and Silent Bob are gay or like it's a homoerotic relationship.
Yeah.
And then we're like, what? Like it's like it.
They like everything about being gay except being gay.
Yeah, like it doesn't work, but it's not like Jay outright like being hateful like he is in the first movie.
I might be wrong, but like in Chasing Amy, Silent Bob really does not live up to the name at all, right? Doesn't he have like a real small cameo and he talks heaps?
Well, that's the point.
Doesn't he talk once per movie or something?
I always thought that was the thing, but this one he just like rocks up, has a huge speech and then leaves.
Silent Bob is like the key to Chasing Amy, where he's like dramatic monologue.
Isn't the whole thing as well? Doesn't he always like give really sage advice and stuff?
Yeah.
Like, isn't that kind of...
Well, he kind of
Well,
does
that's what
it
he
in
did in
Clerks
this.
as well.
Yeah, he did.
In Mallrats, I think it's literally a Star Wars quote. It's adventure, excitement, a Jedi needs not these things.
Do you guys like the musician Mallrat?
No, I've never heard of him.
It's like Australian like pop singer. He's really great.
I
You know,
saw a
it's
little
the-
bit of her at Splendor last year. It was like...
I reckon she's dope. She's got
Was it
this song
okay?
with All Day who I really like. It's great. It's called UFO. Listen to it. Excellent song. I listened to it when I...
She's probably featuring heavily in the Hottest 100 today.
I would imagine so. Oh, yeah. Hell, it's Hottest 100 Day today. I'm going This Is America. What do you guys reckon?
I couldn't give a shit.
I think
Don't
like,
be too cool for this shit, Rose.
Yeah.
Come
But
on.
I don't know. Like my friend...
I think it's going to be an Australian band. Like it seems to me like it has to be.
My friend said yesterday that the predicted winner by far is this band I've never heard of called Ocean Alley. And
Oh, I've never
Don't
heard
know.
of Ocean Alley.
exactly, and it
God,
was
we're old.
it was described as like some psych thing or whatever. And then we listened to the song. Psych was very generous. It was just like boring indie pop, and we were like, "What is the bet that this band is from like Avalon or something?"
Yeah,
and then we
yeah,
looked it
yeah.
up, and they're from the Northern Beaches.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know where it was, but like,
Mad respect. Now I like him.
It could be like, but like Camp Cope could probably get up there as an Australian band.
I
Like
still reckon This Is America wins.
there's
Amy Shark will get up there.
Yeah, but
There-
her big hit was last year.
like Camp. The opener was like a big thing for like Camp Cope.
Was
but, like,
that
this-
last year, though?
No,
maybe
it was this year.
Well, the album came out.
I don't like that song.
The album, I like it.
I shouldn't
but, like,
say it on
you don't
record.
like- you don't
Yeah.
like
I
the-
should say it on pod.
You don't like
I like it.
you don't like
I-
the message of that song.
I like Camp Cope.
I actually
but,
swiped right on Georgia Mack on Tinder. No swipe right from her.
Does she live in Melbourne?
I swiped right on Casey.
It was when they were touring up here.
I swiped right on
Um,
Casey Donovan on Bumble.
Oh baby, I
did
might have.
No
I might.
fucking way.
I might have
I
done that
told you
too.
that. Yeah, she like lives around here. Like,
Yeah.
Does she? That rules.
I've seen her at the townie and shit. Like,
But
fucked her.
the point.
we didn't match.
But the point there was that there's too many drongos that listen to Triple J and the Hottest 100.
Well, the
so like all the progressive stuff
Did
like that
fucking
doesn't push up to the
June
top.
Rats release
Apparently,
anything this
Sicko
year?
Mode has a pretty good chance.
Oh, Sicko Mode is a dope song.
Is that
pretty good.
Travis Scott?
Travis
Yeah,
Scott and
and
Drake?
Drake, yeah.
I like.
Surely, like Pusha would have a few songs in there, like he did this year.
But that's still kind of underground-ish.
that song he did with Kanye, pretty big. Anyway,
Earl might like to.
that was great.
As we've proven in the past, our music content not funny.
I
Yeah,
fucked
yeah.
Earl yesterday.
You fucked Earl.
I fucked to Earl.
oh right.
Like I went over to a girl's place, Earl Sweatshirt was playing, and then I did my thing. Yeah.
Nice.
I fucked
Yeah.
while My Name Is Earl played in the background.
That might be the worst sitcom ever.
No, I disagree.
I really hate it. I find it unwatchable.
Man, you should watch Shasta McNasty.
yeah.
It's like this is like a kind of hack premise, but like The Big Bang Theory is
I think
worse
The
than
Big Bang
that.
Theory is very bad, but watchable.
I think Two and a Half Men is worse than
don't
My Name
I
is
think
Two and a Half Men. Anything that Chuck Lorre has his hands in is terrible.
top to bottom, Big Bang Theory, 2.5 Men, My Name is Earl.
Earl. I think My Name is Earl gets by because Jason Lee is so goddamn charming.
I find it
And
the
the
jokes are so
the
bad.
fat guy
Ethan
from Evolution
Suplee.
or whatever.
And
My
Mallrats.
name is Earl,
Oh, really?
and 2.5 Men have the exact same thing where, and like I'm not someone who gets super annoyed by predicting a punchline, but they're so hard and telegraphed, so obvious and delivered.
I've always
so
found it-
ham-fistedly.
I've always found it very funny too. Jason Lee's Chasing Amy as well.
And Mallrats.
Yeah, I've always found it very
Mallrats was
funny.
his first movie.
I've always found it very funny to just call him My Name Is Earl.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny.
No,
Yeah.
he's great. He's great in Mallrats. He was a pro skater before that.
Oh yeah,
He was one of the. I think he had a hand in inventing the 360 flip, but I might be wrong about that.
Ooh.
I don't think a 360 flip's a thing.
Yeah,
360, like 360 just by itself is a thing, and
You can't tell me you've never heard of a 360 flip.
I've heard of like a 360 kickflip, which is where you do a 360 while you do a kickflip.
That's
or
called a
360
360 flip.
I think it's called a 360 kickflip.
No,
but I'm
you're an
basing
idiot.
this off Tony Hawk, and I've never
I
skated.
found
in
a
my
new
life.
thing that we're not good at. Skateboard
Yeah.
trick semantics.
No, you're dumb, and I hate you. It's a 360 flip.
Is what you're describing a kickflip with a 360?
Yes.
All right,
It's
fair
a
enough.
360
I'll
flip.
concede this.
Yeah.
Because of the podcast content that we often exhibit, I feel like we have to discuss the plot line of the girl fucking the dead guy.
Yeah. You guys ever fucked a dead person?
I wish.
I mean, I fucked a few people who may as well have been dead.
All right, what's the modern equivalent? You ever fucked a cancelled person?
Yeah.
I'm sure I have.
Yeah, maybe. I
Women
know.
don't get cancelled, dog.
I've fucked people that other women have complained about for not being feminist enough.
No.
Is that?
We run in different circles.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No, I've never fucked a cancelled person.
I'm sure I definitely have.
I am cancelled, though. So.
Are you cancelled?
Yeah,
Were you
you're
cancelled?
cancelled.
I'm not cancelled.
You're
I'm
cancelled for sure.
For my
I'm on air right now, baby.
Yeah, you could never cancel a podcast.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I'm not cancelled.
There's no way to cancel a podcast.
No.
But like if you were on like a podcast network or something like that, they could
Yeah.
chuck you off it.
Yeah,
if
but then you could
that's-
just move to Patreon. Fucking.
We also,
Sure.
I'm pretty sure we have all the rights to all our own episodes. So, like, even if that does happen, we can still
Oh
post
man,
them somewhere
how
else.
lucrative for us! Like, can't wait to dig out that road trip episode and assign $1 value to
Yeah,
it.
chuck
That's
this
a
on the
good
Stitcher
episode.
archive.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's one of our best episodes. But
Yeah, I'm really hungry. I might have to duck home after this to smoke a doob and eat, and then meet you back up at the pub.
He's got to take Viagra to be able to fuck, and he's got to smoke doobs to be hungry to eat.
yeah,
That's a real thing that happens. That's like,
Yeah, we get it. You're a fucking loser.
I know. That's like a genuine. With people who smoke a lot of weed, it doesn't happen to me, but I know a lot of people who cannot eat if they don't smoke.
It doesn't happen at all.
It's really bad. Like it's really bad. That's why you get a lot of.
I thought you said it happened to all guys.
You know how like you see underweight stoners a lot, and you're not sure how it happens because you eat so much when you're stoned. It's for that they will not eat if they're not stoned. They just
Right.
can't do it. Yeah, it's real fuck. My old housemate had it.
Oh yeah, Jamie Juono used to do that a
Yeah.
lot, where he's like, the food will just be better if you smoke weed. And I was
Yeah,
like,
so
the
it
food will
starts-
be good.
it starts
and I'm
that
like
way.
already eating it.
Yeah,
I
it
know,
starts that way,
but
but it
I've
ends up with where you can't.
I never felt like food tasted better. I was just hungrier.
I find it to be a
It's a
combination
bit of
all
both.
these things.
Yeah, I've always found it to be a bit of both.
I get
I had some I had some Mary Jane the other day, and I ate like a pizza, and it was like
excellent.
God's pussy.
It's also. I think it's a lot of texture stuff feels better, not just flavor.
Because God is a woman.
yeah.
Man.
And heaven is a half pipe.
Oh, there's got to be another
Do you
one.
reckon if God's a woman, do you reckon she has to douche before anal?
That'll do it for
Oh,
us.
and you said that we weren't going to tell that story on the podcast.
Don't worry about it.
Let's tell that story next week. We've clocked an hour. Let's get out here. Come to fucking the rooms. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Powerbomb
Come
every
to,
Friday,
I'm
Stage
hosting
Brewery.
Lounge Feb 11.
Yeah.
That's good. Come to that.
Yeah. We'll be doing open mics as
I think
well.
this will still be out before Papagetti's Feb 19.
Yes, it will. So go to
Come
that.
to that.
To
To see two of your hosts.
It's been pretty fun. To the next step.
To the next step.
Oh, cruel, needless misunderstanding. Oh, stubborn, self-willed exile from the loving breast. 2 gin-scented tears trickled down the sides of his nose. But it was all right. Everything was all right. The struggle was finished, and he had won the victory over himself. He loved fucking.
And then Zacky Vengeance rolled in, pulled down his pants. Take Aww.
Jared Padalecki came in and sucked off Winston.